Happy Halloween. Alright, let's go for it. Alright, what's happening, fellas? It's your boy Hardcorn, and we're back today with some more action Taimanin. Not a lot happening this week, so we're just going to go over here, over to the arena section, and we're going to go clear us the tower. See what good old Miss Momochi Nagi has got for us in store. I've never been much of a fan of her in the first place until, like, as of the last few months. I never really started to see her worth until it was a time to go like, hey, maybe I should actually just try her out for once, see what she does. But we're going to take her over there and do the best we can in terms of fighting everything and everything possible. Personally, I don't expect a lot, but it's, well, let's see how good she does in the first place. She's a dual swords type of character that is... It uses the same sort of setup that Rin does. In fact, she shares the same sort of weapons in the first place. So if you have Gear 4 Rin, it actually is quite a massive boon in the first place. Nagi's one of the easiest characters to use due to having like massive amounts of coverage in everything possible that she comes up against. She can defend, and she can heal, she can defend. She has several boosts just for herself, and she has the ability to go ranged and melee, which makes for a very, very potent person in all forms of content. She can do just about everything in about every single color. And even her inputs are good too. Like, she doesn't have a lot of like weird overlap. It all flows nicely. She's effectively Rin, but she's like, you know, she's just turned down about a couple of degrees to make her not like, exactly totally busted. I remember getting her like last year, and when I saw that she was like finally a playable character in the first place, it was like, I don't care. There's not much for me to care about anyways, because it's like I was never much of a real big, ooh, I gotta have her type of fan, you know? So I'm kind of regretting that in the first place, not actually doing a thing for her, because she's very potent. It doesn't take much to see that she's got a lot going on behind her, and the fact that she also has like the highest stat total in the entire game as of now it says a lot about what they wanted to do with her as a character. What does Storm Dance do? Yeah, Storm Dance is the attack that heals. The fact that it heals in every single color is something amazing for me. Like, I honestly can't believe that it's like, really? They just flat out allow her to heal in every color. Some characters are just lucky enough to get a color to heal in the first place, let alone having all three. Granted, I'm not doing the most damage with her because obviously I'm not have like optimal supporter setups with for her to do damage, because all of the attacks that she deals, every single hit is split between two parts. So when you see her dealing like 30,000 damage across two hits, well, 30,000 damage hits. She would, a regular character would have this, that'd be a 60,000 damage hit. should have used red, because I think red has the range boost on it, which actually makes it a lot more usable. And Mirage Strike, dude, that's her booster. It takes a certain level of skill to just use full-on, full-size katanas like this. That's what makes her so special in the first place. And Moonshade is the dash and slash, okay. Like, even I don't have that much experience with her in the first place, because it's only as of late that I've really thought, you know what, I'll give her a try. Take her a little bit more seriously than the first time I played her, like, in December of last year. Momochi Nagi. I can see where people are coming from, though, that they like her a lot. Though I don't see her get recommended often in the first place, because she's just diet Rin. Because what Rin does is, like, Rin is much more of an assault type of character who's, like, just straight up does tons and tons of damage all the time. She's built for that. Nagi is more for, like, general purposes, but she can still have a lot of potency behind her, which actually makes her a really good complement to Rin. The slight lack of team utility kind of hurts her a little bit. Because at least with Rin, she does have team utility in the form of electrocution and AoE coverage. Nagi's really good at, like, killing bosses. In fact, I think that's what she's designed to do in the first place, because of her her specific gacha UR weapon being designed to do, like, 60% more damage to bosses inherently, and also heal herself. Oh, how you doing, everybody? How Raptor, Draven, Darth Neo? I'm just over here talking about Nagi, going over some stuff. Like, I know I've talked in the past about how she is a diet Rin. It's very true. But that doesn't stop the fact that she is extremely capable. The fact that she's just a sort of copy of Rin in most aspects is a very good thing. I also like that she's just not as hot as Rin. So you really actually have to like Nagi in the first place. You don't just get, like, a hard on and think that's a really great character. No. I've been using Nagi a lot more since I got multiple copies of the Halloween Sue. So I've been pushing VR a lot more as of late. Nagi is really good for using the exploit, because she can hit 4 times per button press. So each time she's really good at just, like, refreshing debuffs by herself. In fact, my setup for VR, like, we'll show that off later after we complete the tower, when we farm VR a little bit. My setup for Nagi is just, like, using blue like I am right now. And I just have essentially Nagi for debuff duty. What do I think of Astaroth Reborn? I liked Astaroth already. In fact, I liked her a lot. The fact that she's getting a Reborn is, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I appreciate it, I really do. But it's like, she honestly didn't really need it, you know? But I'm not gonna look the gift horse in the mouth on Miss Big 4 head over. Miss Big 5 head is actually gonna get even stronger and look even better. Hello there, VAO Masher. We're climbing the tower with Nagi because I've never really had to think about her. Look, we're gonna fight her dad. We're gonna fight her dad, everybody. Hold on, let's put the armor on. Also, I got solid black armor. Now she's looking like out of Dark Souls. Okay. But Astaroth is looking good. That's like a legitimate improvement in many aspects. Like I already liked Astaroth a lot. Now she looks fantastic. She looks even better than she did already. Dad, I don't want to do this. I don't want to hurt you, Dad. In the end, Nagi, it has to be this way. Standing here, I realize you were just like me. Try to. Okay. Bye, Dad. In the shadow of her father. Okay, there we go. That's the game, everybody. Congratulations, we won. We'll use that again on 75. Hold on. Let's change up some moves. Let's go rainbow. Let's go rainbow again. I want to do that. Momochi sword. Moonshade's nice. Centipede. Now we can switch that for a big nuclear green supporter. Oh, man. There we go. Oh, we don't need her. Let's get something in red. Oh, she's the lady in red. She's green, sadly. I can't do that. I keep forgetting that Nagi is green and not red like her supporter is, which would have been really great for her to have in the first place. I'm just saying, Grimro. Who do I think the next character is going to be? Well, the idea I've been going around as of late is that why do you have like why do they do this to Nagi? The idea as of late is that whenever a character gets a renewal, a character from that artist will appear in the game. Because let's see, our last renewal was Ingrid, and a Kagami character got in. Asuka got a renewal, and Eleanor got in. So, a potion character is getting a renewal. That means a potion character is going to get in. People want it to be Mary, but you got to think about like who are the other potion characters that Potion has drawn for the series, and then we got to think about it from there. Because believe me, I would love for Oboro to get her renewal, because they change gameplay features about them, and also they give design updates. Oboro severely needs it. She deserves it. My God, that woman is punished beyond belief in every single concept of media in the series, and just to be shafted here again is like, what did they mean by this, guys? What did they mean? Like, the only time Oboro ever gets a costume is during Halloween. Because you know who got a costume last year at Halloween? Oboro and Shizuru. And you know who got a costume this year? Oboro again. But there's something that's been floating around that I had not want much floating around. Lately, I've been like someone said something a long time ago that due to voice actor problems, you know, in Japan or whatever, they the ones who voice characters sometimes just don't come back due to their contract expiring, or they become too expensive to handle. So it makes me think maybe that's why we haven't ever seen Mary ever again. Because there's a contract problem or a problem regarding the VA that she needs to, that they can't address like publicly. So they have to just deal with it from here like this. Unfortunately, Mary has to stay on the bench for a little while longer. They reran her event a total of 2 times. No, it's the one. It's like, what is it? The first time it appeared, and the second time it ever got reran. I got a 1.5 copy of the supporter when it first came about. Not when it first came about, like when it reran, and that's it. I mean, it's not even that good either, but it's like you get it to get it because it's the only way you make Library Girls formation. I love Nagi's Storm Dance attack. That is great. Because it has a nice flourish finish, and then just absolutely whoops ass. Actually, yeah. Here comes my actually moment. Anri Okita was born in the United Kingdom and then moved to Japan, so she can actually speak English and Japanese very fluently. She also has dual citizenship because of it. In one of her movies, she actually you actually get to see her speaking English, and it's not like it's not like a Hitomi Tanaka when she talks to somebody. Anri actually can speak English. It's not like it's not a struggle for her. Okay, I'm just making sure you're up to speed there, Darth Neo. I'm just making sure everybody knew. All right, guys. But either that, she likes speaking her English. She does that on her OnlyFans a lot. Which, by the way, legit sad day when she retired. That's a hard lot to sit there with, knowing that's like great. Now one of the greats has to leave like this. Also, did you see that? Did you see that how Centipede hit 4 robots at once? That's the impact hitbox of it. Come on. Damn, that shit. That's something I have to think about, because the input for Storm Dance is a hold, so you have to mess around with that. We can get rid of Storm Dance though, it's not doing a lot for me. I still don't understand why she has like the full dress in this picture, but then we go to the level itself and it's not there. I imagine she is probably her life is better after retirement from that, because it's not exactly a job you want you keep doing it until you get in an older age. There is a market for it, but it's not like she probably wants to do that. There's probably more money in the OF stages anyways. So she has children. Because I think that would be a pretty big bombshell over there if like she actually gave birth to kids. More or less, she probably has kids, but doesn't obviously she doesn't talk about it. Oh well, congratulations there, Henry. Congratulations on being a mom. Whoa, okay, you actually have to hit the... He's got to be within range of it. She's always been a big girl, but I guess... thanks to having a kid, she's even bigger than ever, which is great.
Momochi Nagi.
Keeps the family fed, I'll say that much. I mean, I thought that was farther. Yeah, we will most likely get Shikinosuke in the game at some point, because we've got two characters that have the outfit. It's like it's a matter of time for the most part. All right, see you later, Via Masher. Have a good time in class. There's two characters that have Shikinosuke's outfit in the first place. So it's like, are we just gonna have to wait like almost a year and a half, just like we did with Saika, to actually get her in the game? Well, to get Shikinosuke in the game, that is. Saika took a long time. Like almost like way too long for her own good. Like, I understand that they have a roadmap that they have to keep to in regards to, like, you know, making the stuff work out. But it's like they could have like had taken less time for it. I would have liked to have Big Miss kicking boots lady in the game faster. Is there a desire for Lena? I would think there is, because like she's one of the characters who it makes sense for her to get in. I'd like to see her get in, because if anything, she would share weapons with Ingrid. And I'd like for her to share weapons with Ingrid because it makes sense. And also it's like everybody who has a high investment Ingrid, because people really like Ingrid. It would actually make them feel really good about it. Just like how like the people who have like a really high investment Sakuras are like, oh man, Hebiko's in the game? Oh, finally, I've finally used for all my weapons. You know, speaking of like a master and apprentice situation, I've been thinking about this for like a while now. Since you have the addition of characters who have like, you know, sort of, what are they called? Not mirrors, but they share items. I wish there was like special interactions where like when you join a stage, like you go into VR and you have like Hebiko and Sakura on your team, and they have a special introduction or something like that. It'd be like a King of Fighters situation or Tekken where you have like Kazuya and Heihachi have a special interaction when they face off against each other rather than other characters, and they say special things. So I would think like that would honestly be like really cool to do. Call a doctor. Not for me. Rainbow crystals. Well, Jimmy, the answer for rainbow crystals, like, are you talking about like going to 87 and like going from 81 to 87? Because the answer for that is within VR. There's unfortunately no ifs, ands, buts about that. You gotta do VR. That or start getting a whole bunch of characters to 81, because it's one of those progression items from achievements too. I know. Well, it's the thing. It's like we got Aina. Aina was in the game for a very long time. Mirabelle. I mean, in what capacity has Mirabelle been in the game? We've yet to get a supporter regarding her. So it's like, if I'm not seeing anything about that, it's like, what are we supposed to do about this? Well, I don't know. It's a similar situation with Eleanor. Eleanor has zero capacity in the game. She's never been in. She's never been talked about, and yet she appeared. So it's like it's like out of their capacity to do something like that. Yeah, we go over here at like Christmas time, and it's like, congratulations. It's like, oh, you guys have, I heard you guys been talking about Mirabelle a lot. Okay, well, guess what? Here she is. She's she's got her own limited supporter of middling effectiveness, which is a thing they like to do for, oh my god, it's just a thing they like to do for some reason right now, make a mid supporter for like, a mid limited supporter for a very liked character. Dude, if Snake Lady got in, that would be fucking awesome. Give me that Kalia. She is cool. Oh, crap. See, at least this guy's heal isn't as devastating as Yuffie's heal. Yuffie's heal heals for over 1 million health. This guy only heals for 250k. The fact that she heals for over 1 million health every time is what makes the fight so hard. And like a 1 million HP boss fight isn't much either. It's just that she has, defense boost, attack speed, and a whole bunch of other shit. The Oni duo is just a pain in the ass in general, because it's not only is it like it's annoying, it's also the mission itself was annoying. It's also a very hard farm because of it. It makes the farming slow and inconsistent every single time, which is not exactly what you want when you're trying to like get the goods to complete the event. Where's my fur at? Where's my fucking fur? Hello there, Panchi. Where is she? Okay, there she is. Oh yeah, I got my final copy of Fur from the tickets we got earlier. That was really good. Actually, let's change your clothes. Oh no, we need to go over here. Oh, you can't color it. Well, I don't know why you can't color it. Mysterious servant. Now we get her 2B outfit.
Momochi Nagi.
I wish they had more supporter formations. Like, you know how we have, you know, like there's library girls, old buddies, stuff like that. I wish we had more supporter formations. Like we've had more supporters that get added into the game. So I think, like, why don't they just add more of them in there? See, my Nagi isn't very strong, so she can't bowl over these enemies like nothing. She's a very slow damage dealer. But if there's one thing Nagi's good at, she's like Ingrid in that you can just go skill spam and like actually be fine. I do like the whole fact with Nagi is you can go, you can have, what are they called? Oh my god, what is it called? Nagi actually has a ranged attack transformation for her attack, just like, boy, I wish I had armor. Nagi has a ranged attack transformation like Asuka, which actually is really cool. I think it also still counts as no, the initial hits on her person count as melee attacks, and she can also just deal mixed damage, which is really good. See, this is a point where I really wish I had those ranged attacks. Well, the thing is, it's not so much like, oh, they're not good enough for formations, because every supporter in the past got a formation at some point. It's just a factor of like laziness and they don't want to do it, or it's not on the roadmap for what they want to do that year. See, the hardest part about that mission isn't the enemies, it's just getting close to them. Isn't it great? Isn't it awesome? Let's put that on her so we can actually stand a chance. Yeah, that could really be that could be used for VR as well, because that's what they want to push their content towards in the future. Okay, that's fine. But it's like, let's, you know, how you have specific VR intended supporters that they've introduced. How about let's have some formations made with them? That sounds great. That sounds like a really good use of that sounds like a really good use of time too. Because it allows for people to have, you know, possibly heal more, have a passive over time, do more damage. You know, stuff people generally like in VR. But that's the thing, if they introduce it specifically for VR, then it's like they limit themselves. That, or you could just go into post and change
Momochi Nagi.
what the effects do. That would be pretty simple, wouldn't it? Because there's a lot of formations in the game that are just like, well, who cares? Like, they're just outright bad, or there's no reason to use them outside of a very, very, very specific situation. And even then, there's better options. She tricked me. Yeah, we've been over 1 year on the coming soon feature that's sitting there in the main lobby. So it makes me wonder, like, do they really not have something for this? That sounds like something you should have put in, like, when Anniversary happened. Like, it's honestly that's kind of a big deal, you know. Change that. Where's my machine racist? And the thing is, they haven't talked anything about what the coming soon feature is supposed to be. Like, everybody has, like, their own guesses and everything like that for what it's supposed to be. But I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to be for. It's just speculation at this point. And I mean, then we don't have anything to speculate with. Because there has been zero precedence for it, so we can't even infer from that. It's either going to be next year or Christmas. It's going to be Christmas or next year at this rate. Make up your mind, Gremory, please.
Momochi Nagi. Mairu.
But yes, let's talk a little about what's it called? As of late, good old Bello D over there got his account suspended the other day. I don't exactly know it's because he streamed RPGX, and obviously that's a big no-no on YouTube because they understand what that content is for some reason. I don't know why the English version is suddenly such a contentious material when he has hosted other portions of the game itself, like the Ogies and other scenes. But I don't know why they knocked his account down. More or less, it's probably since they see that the account has potential, so they're going to just like, okay, now we gotta police it a bit more, get them in line. So like, you want to be successful, you gotta play by our rules, which is so stupid. Okay, see, that's not what I have heard. So I didn't know that he had like showed, you know, NSFW content on there. Knowing that would have actually made a lot of difference. It's a similar situation when I used to like host Dead or Alive content. Like I'd be playing with like the Beach Paradise mod, and that is something that YouTube does not like. So I ended up having to get rid of like all those videos, or at least make them age restricted. What did he show? Was it just like showed one of the arrow scenes? Like, honestly, I don't know why you're playing the explicit version on stream. Like, dude, you know that you can't do that. Go stream it on Kick or something if you're gonna like play the adult version or something. Like, well, that's the thing though. Like, the official Steam version isn't out yet, which is sad. But it's like bro, we know that it's like
Momochi Nagi.
we make videos and stuff about this kind of game. They don't take too kindly about that. He only has a suspension right now, so he can come back. It's not like he's like, you know, got the channel deleted off the face of the earth. But the fact that he got suspended in the first place for some definite amount of time, which means more or less it's like he's got to either shape up or ship out. That's just it. You don't play by their rules, they're gonna kick you off. And honestly, like I've heard, I know that like there's adult content hosted in the name of art in regards to pornographic content on YouTube. I don't understand the reasoning or the logic of how it gets set up in the first place, but there's something. There's more or less you gotta know somebody to have that shit on there. You're not dealing enough damage with Nagi. I mean, that's just the long and the short of it. He pushed it too far. What else are we supposed to say about it? It's like the man went the distance, and that's what it got him. It really sucks. It does. But it's like, it's a what's it called? A cautionary tale about what you can and can't do. At least until you know somebody. A good old 435. Gotta love Tempest. I can't exactly go with like rainbow build anymore. I have to specialize. Bro got my ass with a stomp. Let's get those cooldowns reduced. Good. I mean, that's the thing with Nagi. She's got a bunch of high commitment skills. And then it's like, okay, I've suddenly got to wait until I get my skills back. Oh no, oh no. What do you mean I have to get my skills back? I love the music for Blue Archive. It's so catchy. It's fun. It's fun too. Yeah, let's go with red. Where is Felicia? There she is. Hold on. Let me find something for this. Alright, see you around there, Darth Neo. Have a good one. Machines. Well, Homer will do it.
いかようにもお命じください。
There we go, range booster. Two different sets for the Magatama, or 1-4 sets on the main weapon. The main weapon is where you're gonna get the actual Magatama effects from. So if you want crit boosting, you want all of your critical rate boost and critical damage Magatamas on the front, unlike your frontal weapon. If you have it on those, you'll be doing all the damage you want. So when you go to somewhere like VR, which has all that stuff front, which is where you want a whole bunch of damage or defense boosts, you make 1-4 set for a weapon or a person. Ooh, that's cool. So I have a set for humans, I have a set for demons, machines. You put those onto, you have one set you make for those characters. Not for those characters, but one set that you swap around with everybody. However, getting a 4 set of Magatamas made is really expensive and time consuming to do. Because it's taken me a while to build them up in the first place to actually have all those made. Because usually what you're supposed to do is you build for one type and then you start working from there. Well, you should have just said for the attribute then. The attributes themselves have 4, are you talking with UR Magatamas, how they have the rollable attributes? Because some of them, I think there's, what is it, the water set and the wind set are the ones people want. Because they're speed boosters. Sometimes you can split it between the 2 of them, or you can actually try to go get all 4. I would just say to go read some of the descriptions of the attributes, and then go try to roll for those. However, since they're UR Magatamas and you roll for those concepts, they're very, very expensive to do. They require a VR only resource, and it's VR is annoying enough already. Because honestly, I only have a few Magatamas with those attributes on in the first place. Because that's not exactly I'm trying to make hard optimization, like very small. That is a level. That's a very high-end optimization, and I'm not there yet. Like really thinking about those is putting the cart before the horse, you know. Or at least for most players' capacity. What does Stormbringer do? Okay. Alright. What are we gonna do with the demons? Man, I wish I had more copies of Fuma Yukina. She's such a good supporter.
Momochi Nagi. Momochi Nagi. Mairu.
Nagi is the type of character who needs an extremely high investment to make anything worthwhile for her. Well, no, not so much like high investment. She requires you to be a solid player in the first place. Like with Nagi, it's a really good idea to scale your base damage higher. So she's really good at buffing herself, which is something nice to see in the first place. So a thing would for her to be is like red is just like straight damage all day. It's really good just for that. However, she's really prone to getting interrupted unless you have something behind her setting up. Here after this, we'll go take a look at some what I'm using for this. And even then, I don't do a lot of damage. Like, since she has such very long setups on regarding her on her skills on some of them at least, she needs to have something like setting up with them. Like, you used her ranged attacks. Well, you use her the grab skill to get in close, so you can get in past like a gunfire or anything like that. But even then, it's still a rough goings for her. So right now we're fighting a lot of demons. So I just have I have straight up demon damage. So I have 50% defense down the moment I see them. And then I have like these two supporters right here to bolster her base damage. Like, you can get Homer effectively whenever you want, because she's an SR supporter and you're going to effectively 5-5 her at some point. You keep her around because she's just a really nice supporter. Stella, sadly, is one people missed, and I don't know when they're going to bring her back. But in red, Nagi traditionally enjoys a lot of crit rate boosting. Oh, hang on. Nagi traditionally enjoys a lot of critical boosting, and she also has a lot of range skills. Well, in red, she has a big range skill, so you can get something out of it with Tokiko. But since she lacks some debuff, she can't run the debuffer build. Well, she has debuff she can do, but there's not like anything consistent. She mostly likes to play in green and blue, because blue actually has a lot of just straight damage boosts that are really nice for her. Nagi, for the most part, actually just likes to play in teams for everything like that. Yeah, we're using demons. What do my Emily builds look like? I mean, it honestly depends on the situation. Like, if we're fighting Machine Day VR, which is like what the best thing she's ever done for is, the best thing she's ever done for me is just do that. I'll show that later. Yeah, let's finish floor 45, and then we'll go check out Emily. We'll take a break, and then go finish the rest after talking to Emily. Nagi's fragility is mostly solved with Storm Dance. However, you need to make sure you have room to use Storm Dance, because the input for it is like you hold the attack button to do it. It's not the best input in the world, but it's just annoying. The cow is down. We have made him into hamburgers. Fantastic. Bella D will be fine. He's a trooper. I know he'll make it. There we go. Floor 46. So let's go look at Emily real quick. Oh, this is from when I was leveling up supporter bonds. But I made Emily into just a straight up machine racist, because that's what she's really good for in VR, is being the worst thing in the world to machines. Because what I usually, like Emily specifically for her, is set up to be part of the 2 range 1 melee setup. So she and Micah are my range characters, and I just have machines. She has bonus machine damage. She is resistant to machines. She's effectively there to just suck up damage, to just suck up enemies. Like, I give her that. I don't give her drone shocker. You can actually take off Zero System in VR because she'll automatically attack by herself. You can get rid of that. You obviously keep homing bullets around. And gravity hold is there just effectively. You can run like a 2 blue setup. Like you have more machine damage. Since Emily's going to be a DPS situation. Like you can put like Arabella Gluckshime. And then I do something like Sakura or what is it? Sakura Murasaki would be my melee user, so I would probably end up using something that has like, oh no, this Faust. Faust goes on Emily because the moment you start the battle, Emily will use this skill. Emily or Micah will get this supporter in their main slot because 100% machine defense down, and then you can still stack other forms of defense down too, which means you're going to end the mission in about 10 seconds. Like, Machine Weak is simultaneously very hard and also very fast to farm because it doesn't have any special features. You just beat them up as fast as possible, and this is perfect for it. The cooldown is 42 seconds, and it lasts for 12 seconds. And you can actually get debuff extensions too if you build correctly on it as well. Like you run Blue Sakura, you can actually get it, you can disable the machines, you can snare them, and do a whole bunch of stuff at the same time. Like you can really go nuts with Faust. Yeah, Faust is a very underrated supporter because she's an SR, nobody cares. But the fact that it's 100% defense down, and you can stack it with other defense. Like you will, like one barrage from Emily or Micah together will like you go to floor 19, which is where I traditionally like to farm, like really quickly. So the mission ends in 10 seconds. That's it. You just use Faust. That's like the big thing. And of course you put Healing Field on. Like you don't need Zero System. Like you can just use Gravity Hold, Homing Bullets, and Healing Field. Though actually, if you wanted to actually do a blue, oh damn it, if you want to put it on a blue setup like traditionally, I would have her on there. Like I would put I would put Faust on Micah, but then I put blue onto something like, well, New Year Felicia is something you can put on yourself for the melee character, which is really good on Sakura. No, you don't get Cyaneo. Here he is. Gwendolyn Demon Dyke. Very nice, because she's just there to effectively... It's there to just make Emily survive forever. She gets armor every 15 seconds. This is another VR supporter. So it's actually quite welcome to see it. Her Magatama's criticals or damage. You can, I have mine all set up for damage because I want to farm faster. But if I want to progress, I have specific racially made ones for that. Here's the thing, Draven. You don't play criticals in VR. That's just not going to happen. You won't be dealing critical damage after a certain point. You effectively stop critting after a certain point. You build criticals on low floors to farm really quickly, but you're not going to be seeing it like you go to floor 40, 50 beyond. You're not going to crit a lot. That's why you just build high base damage in the form of Magatamas, or you split it down the middle and you have attack and defense. Defense is actually really, really valuable now. It's quite a lot. It's quite good. It's actually really important to now balance your offense and defense, because like this game mode sucks dick, but it's also really fun because, well, it's fun because they have it really gets the noggin jogging on like whether or not you want to do certain setups or win a certain way. Like that's the fun part of it. But the enemies aren't so much that, because they're just giant sponges that deal exponentially higher damage every time. And you as a player can avoid all that damage, but your AI partners can't, so they end up getting the shit kicked out of them all the time. But I'll leave Faust on Micah, because when Machine Week starts up next week, we'll be looking at that. I'll show that off for sure. But let's go back to the tower. Where we last left off, Nagi has her own problems that she's got to deal with. You got demons. Well, actually, Noah is considered a demon. Yeah, Astaroth is a human. We need more just raw damage in the first place. I can't hurt her worth a shit.
Momochi Nagi, Mairu.
Because the Magatamas do help a lot in terms of dealing more damage to enemies. However, the bulk of your damage is going to come from the boost that you get from your Magatamas, like the racial benefits and your ascendancy passives. But it's mostly going to come from your supporter choices in the first place. Oh, Noah, please. Goodbye, Noah. 47 is... Oh, Miss Karini. The only time I've ever faced you in any capacity. People bitched so hard about her that we never saw her again. Good reason, too. She's freaking dangerous. Dangerously cheesy, in fact. That felt good. That was really fluid. I did not expect good old Kurenai to explode as soon as I popped the supporter. Thankfully she did though. That made the fight much more tolerable. Because I know I'm not dealing a lot of damage. There you go, Bor. Reach out and touch me. Thank you very much. Because the goal is to stand up right next to them and blow them up. Because if you can do that,
Momochi Nagi.
well, you can do anything. Alright, now we got the Mizuki family behind us. That's something. Oh yeah, I was thinking about that. Halloween is going to be this this upcoming Tuesday. You guys got anything planned for that? Going to a Halloween party this Saturday? Going trick or treating even? You know what I'm doing on that weekend? I'm going to work like I do every time. I honestly, if my birthday wasn't in October, I would have honestly forgot that it would be Halloween would sneak up on me and I never would know it. Girls, please. Here we go. Here we freaking go, baby! Oh! Ah, shit. Motherfucker. Oh, I figured that would happen. As soon as I got hit by that slow, I'm like, great. She has such a long cast point on every skill she does. If it doesn't work, I'm dead. Wow, what a surprise! I died. Doesn't surprise me that it killed me in the first place. It's a very dangerous floor. It's not even like I can call off on work this tomorrow or on Saturday or anything like that, because it's like we're having a special event there, and it's like if you call off on that day, well, with how many points that I have at this point, it's like I just gotta find another job. Oh, to have weekends off. Get the fuck off me. Holy shit, girls. Come on. Oh. Good lord, ladies. Can't touch them. We guess we've got to get a little racist. I've only got to get a little racist. It's human week. I don't have all those equipped. Son of a bitch. Let's put on some damage reduction then. Only a little racist this week. I can't exactly zip inside to do that. Actually, let's change our color completely because that's not gonna work. Oh, they're humans. Forgot about that. Stormbringer doesn't come with us. Moonshid. See, now we're examining the shortcomings of Miss Nagi over here. Boy, if she gets interrupted in any sort of aspect, she's just kind of screwed. You have to really account for that. That's a good sound effect for not Moonshade, it's Scorpion. It's very loud. Because it's probably like 5 sound effects layered on top of each other. Oh, I got hit by the slow, damn it. Oh, it makes me wish I had the yellow weapons. You know, I forgot about that. I forgot that she has one of those because I don't use it. This is the most I've ever used this character in the last like 11 months. What does that do? What is her extreme dodge skill? Are you talking about the counter? Let's see, Moonshade, Mirage. It's an attack. There it is. Oh, this! Miss Small Bombs herself. I forgot about this. You know, that would have worked pretty well. Deals burn damage, increases speed, more explosions. That's really good for cutting in. See, we even solved it by being hard-headed and stupid. We still needed Storm Dance, though. We wouldn't have been able to live through Shiranui's assault if we didn't have that. Let's try that. Well, let's try that again with the extreme dodge. Because what did we have beforehand? We had a Moonshade, so that meant just it hits twice. So we got the Nagi experts out here. They know what they're talking about because, man, I did not even remember that she had an extreme dodge skill. Shows what I know. Can't believe that worked. I'm gonna stab your fat ass, Rinko. Oh man. Ugh. Oh, please. Let me activate the ult. She gets hunted down really easily. The MVP is still Scorpion because it lets her turn around and retaliate. That's good. That is really nice for enemies that get up in your shit all the time. In fact, it's probably really good for when you get assaulted like this all the time. Oh. I mean, it ain't the worst thing in the world that she got interrupted there, but it's like, dang. That would have kicked his ass. Oh, it doesn't parse it for Asagi, but it'll parse it for Shiranui. I still like her blue the most. Yeah, there we go. Finished it with that. Take that, Dad. Alright, we're back to machines. See, at least here she gets all her machine racism stuff. She gets it out of the way, and she's stronger for it. Hold that thought. We're back to criticals. We don't have to worry about damage just yet. Let's change her clothes. Ah, yes, hello there, Starlinks. All the way from Thailand. It's gotta be 10 a.m. over there now. Astaroth's renewal is gonna be something special to behold because, personally, I like Astaroth a lot. I really do. One of my most favorite characters in the game. I gave her a raving review and she absolutely deserved it. Oh. I checked out the little video for it yesterday, and it's something. It's nice to say the least. It actually makes her. She looked good before, and now she's gonna look even better. But obviously over here, that weapon of hers is looking pretty potent, for the sole fact that it has all that boost towards the what is it? It's one of the first and it's one of the few weapons that lowers skill's damage, but makes it have a stronger secondary effect. So it's like, I want to see how that's going to play out. See, I would have done a video about, what is it called? I would have done a video for like Astaroth doing the tower, because they showed her off working on that sort of thing over there for the video. But then when I was looking to do stuff for this, I was like, oh, I already did that. I actually did a video with both her and Sakura in the same day because they completed it so quickly. Nagi's just a little lacking. Or at least my Nagi is a little lacking, so she doesn't do the same sort of damage my Astaroth and Sakura can do. Our love of Taimanin's bringing us together all far and wide from across the world. Ain't it great, Jay? Something people neglect to mention is that with Nagi, she when she was first introduced in the game, she introduced a new concept, which is character release packages now having a specialty weapon inside them that isn't total garbage. The Muramasa and Mume she gets from her $45 package is the best weapon, the de facto best weapon for her. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. Then the second best would be her VR racism build, which allows her to just totally beat up bosses from a distance for extreme damage. In fact, her Muramasa and Mume are designed to solve Machine Weak, and they do it really, really well. It's like one of the few of them you can actually get to 5-5 and don't feel guilty about because it's so good. And it will continue to make a difference because they're agnostic of any other sort of like racial or type or anything. It snares and makes her deal more damage. I mean, how can you say no? Astaroth is like really good on every single color. Red just takes a little bit more finesse for her to use because of the way terrorize. You have to. It's all about building terrorize stacks. However, green is for like keeping her at a distance, staying safe, and just dealing like a billion damage all the time. Because that's what Astaroth is all about. You just hang back and deal as much damage as possible. That's what her renewal weapon is supposed to signify, because she now has a stamina behind her, which means that above 75% health, she's going to get maximum attack boost. And she's like one of the only characters that can ever keep her HP that high in any content, because she just sits back and just fires off a missile salvo every time. And honestly, it actually gives her a healing option that's not total fucking shit either. What I usually like to run on Astaroth is green and blue. Blue Astaroth is really good for VR because it's awesome for smashing spiders, because you can make her a huge racist and just bury anything that gets in your way. It's honestly fantastic. You can even run her in red and like in VR, because it's like you have a consistent way to just like apply slow all the time. Astaroth is now going to have like 2 sets of weapons that are absolutely busted for her. Like Nephrin Ka is her package weapon is like insane because it makes her strongest build even stronger. And now they're going to have her gacha weapon is going to be like, it's really good for the meteor strike. No, it makes her just have increased longevity, which is something that creates a lot of trouble for her. Because Satellite Flare is an absolutely god-awful skill. It's the antithesis of how Astaroth is supposed to work, because it requires you to hit people with the satellite orbits, and they're near her body. So you have to get in close and make her susceptible to more damage, and that's not happening with her.
私がいながらなんてこと。
If you have like a 5/5 Kumokiri, I would honestly just say don't fret too much about her packaged, because the package weapon is strong, but you can live with the arena weapon and the stuff you get from the gacha. You really can. Nagi has really strong potential behind her. She's just a higher investment character. That's just as long and the short of it. When I say she's Diet Rin, I mean it in the sense that you have to have. Rin doesn't need she needs like decent amount of goods behind her, and then she's ready to go. Nagi needs something worthwhile behind her because her base damage is decently low. Like, in order for you to see Nagi have really high extreme damage stuff, you have to get specific. She's just not going to be strong in all content. Like, Muramasa and Mume are the answer to that. Like, if you want her to do bosses, it's like, she is like the person for bosses. That or Astaroth. They're both good at it. They're both good at being bad bitches, I'll say that much. God, that barely missed too. Well, it's not necessarily like blue demon build. It's the fact that you she has so many boosts inside blue, specifically against typed enemies. So it actually makes her really good in that aspect. Like, she just drops the hammer and just goes. It's also one of her lowest cooldown skills, so you can spam the meteor all the time. Something people don't tend to figure with Astaroth is her Starlight Navigator weapon, like the first weapon you ever get, like her first initial gacha weapon. It has inherently demon damage resistance built into it, so it's actually good for Astaroth to turtle up. Like, if you didn't get Nephrin Ka and you're working on an arena weapon, like if you get, like, you know, whatchamacallit, the Starlight Navigator, it's like, that's fine. It's actually quite... It's really potent for that reason. Like, I wouldn't say no to getting another one of those. In fact, I have mine at like 5/5, like over time. And the only way I find use for it is essentially for her in there. Or at least making her live longer when she fights demons. Everything else that she fights with is like pathetically easy. Like she already has machine racism built in with her SR. And yeah, that's about it. In human, she's already fine because she just deals a high bunch of damage and she can still crit. Ikimasu. Go, go. Oh, Lord. Gave me the haymaker there, you asshole. Arena weapons always worked in arena. That's just how it is. But the debuff resistance that is built into the weapons, those work. The critical resistance, that works too. Critical resistance works too. The debuff one is like making it take like essentially half off is fantastic. That's like insanely good against like on Demon Week. Since there's so many debuffs everywhere, it's like you just get a yellow one of those for her and it's like she's off to the races. Mine is still green. Because it's just like I don't want to buy another. It costs 50,000 just to change the to get another one in a different color. For Astaroth though, it is worth it. But if you're gonna buy a weapon for her, get a debuff resistant one because if she gets like nailed with debuff, she can't do shit. She really can't. Like if she's slowed down in any capacity, that means she's just dead. God, I love Scorpion. That's so good. You walk right up to him and it's instantly damage. It feels good. It feels like Asagi Senjinka's skill. You just stand right in front of him and just explode. Why can't we have more skills like that? Feel good movie of the year stuff right there, folks. Oh, that's right. Demons. Ooh, oh, that's right. We won't get racist, but we will have more damage. Nagi's blue skills are really good because they inherently make her go faster and they have low cooldowns. I mean, it also helps that like with Nagi, you specialize a lot. Got him with a freaking stun. Like everybody should try Nagi's blue build. Like just try out like Nagi with her blue skills up. They're all great. Goodbye, Rinko. Rest well. That's what makes Nagi so strong, is that she just has concentrated damage. You gotta make her work for you. Like, Nagi's red and green skills are really nice for just, like, you know, they're really flashy and cool looking, but for the most part, they're not that practical. They're not practical because they hold her in place for like 4 or 5 seconds. And I've had many examples, even just today, of just using the skill and getting my shit totally kicked in because she's still in the middle of casting the skill and the enemies can attack still. Which is why she requires something that has like a slow, or she's stunned a bunch of enemies. Yeah, Scorpion doesn't do that. It doesn't fuck around. It just gives you the damage right then and there. It's concentrated in front of her so she can make the most of her situation, however small it may be. It lets her retaliate. Like, it's a skill made for actually fighting people. You live? Oh, well, I'm gonna make sure you don't. Nice. Critical finish. I mean, Star, I understand where you're coming from there on there, dude. It's like, they didn't give her any sort of thing like that. It's just, they skipped her, but who knows, maybe she's gonna be our, like, the first one of the next year. You gotta think positively. Positive thoughts for positive winnings here, folks. Yes, I understand she got missed. It sucks. Because Oboro really needs it. Oboro needs this update like she needs air. She was rough starting out. She's had, I think, one other update that, you know, upped her gameplay a bit. But since she's a reaction type character, nobody likes that because you have to put yourself in an immense amount of danger all the time. Nobody likes those characters. That's why everybody likes Rin, because Rin lets you be super duper aggressive, and Oboro's about playing around your enemy and playing with your enemy too. Oh, come on. I would rather not have women, like real women, as playable characters. Because the way that, like, you know, these games work because these characters aren't real women. Like, whenever they try to adapt a real person into these type of games, they always want them to be photorealistic. And that doesn't work. They look absolutely horrendous. Because they get instantly dated the moment they get in the game. Like, I'm sure we've all heard, like, you know, the Nicki Minaj collab with, in COD. She doesn't look very good in it. Because they went for a photorealistic look instead of a stylized one. And it's absolutely horrendous. Slow down there, Turbo. You ain't got too much for that. But yes, Astra, I'm 100% right on that. I know it too, because that's like one of the reasons I don't like playing Oboro sometimes, is because you have to put yourself in immense danger. A lot. Just to do anything meaningful. Clean this up. Alright. Yuto, where are you? Oh my god, I can't freaking see. Gotcha. This is like when I was playing Asuka in the tower. You don't exactly do the most insane damage with her unless you have pretty solid investment behind you, and you have to be, and if you're playing without that investment, you have to be a strong player in the first place. Like, even then, I still died during this. It's not, she's not a tour de force like that. Where is Koharu? Koharu is great. You get Koharu mostly for, like, the particle drops that's really nice in time attack. However, that call effect of hers for making machines really slow is awesome. Sadly, that effect goes away in VR, that is. Hold on, let me talk about this for a moment. I absolutely hate that the machines cannot be slowed. It makes life so very annoying in VR, because it invalidates like half of the characters who have like a speed debuff on enemies. Like, you can slow you can slow the spider, you can't slow the machines. You can only impact their walking. God damn. Those those like kamikaze drones are always so bulky. I swear, they probably have something built in where they have like 70% like damage resistance against all types.
Momochi Nagi.
Just faster to let them explode. But on Oboro, since the fact that she has to like get inside to do any sort of real damage, yeah, she has to get in and react to her enemies and their situation and play around them. That alone makes her like very difficult to play. And people who like Oboro get really good with her. They take her to places far and wide because they know how to really manipulate what's going on in the game. Because Oboro has one of the strongest slows in the game. It can nearly chain itself. It's not as easy to use as Murasaki's, but it's still potent regardless. And maybe one day I'll take her to the tower because I have not gotten her to 81. Oboro needs herself an 81. She also needs a very solid investment behind her too. I mean, she's almost Tokiko levels to make her like the tour de force that everybody knows her as. But until you get her to that point, she sucks. She really does. It's not exactly like Noah bad or Tokiko bad, but it's a hard way for Miss Oboro. Like, the most I get out of her when I play Oboro is her green build, because while her green build is another one of those that has like another high commitment scenario, and if like all the skills in there do a high bunch, they deal a lot of damage, but she's shit out of luck in most situations. Like, if you're waiting for the skill, you're waiting for the skill. That's your life. That is literally your lifeline, because Oboro has another one of those characters. Oboro's a melee character. You have to get in close to do anything meaningful with her. That's why her ranged green build actually lets her cut in with the applicable slow, so she can get in there, get her big slow off, and deal even more damage. Everything else like other colors don't have this. So you're really reliant on a skill that doesn't have has a long cooldown. Makes your fights take a long time. Look at that, we are almost there. Fantastic. Ooh, this is gonna be, I know this is gonna be rough. I'm not even gonna bother like trying the first attempt this. We need resistances built in. Here, when we finish the tower, I'll show off, like, Oboro at 75 is still a force to be reckoned with. That's not even a thing about it. Like, I've taken her to the tower and actually completed things with her at 75. She's not, like, crap. She requires the finesse of, knowledge. She requires you to have good game knowledge. That's just about what I'm trying to say. You don't have that, you're not gonna have a good time with Oboro. It's gonna be really hard for you, in fact. That's right, Kaho Shibio did do that. She did it for the Ziz adaptation of Taimanin Kaze. Almost there. I'll let this one play out so I'm able to get the extreme dodge again. Love it. Love it. Ugh. Well, when you get Nationalist Socialist Nagi over here, she just absolutely tears the face off of everything. I couldn't stop her if I tried. The last 4 floors. Oh, I didn't think we'd make it, but here we are.
Momochi Nagi.
They really just love showing off Nagi's panties, don't they? I don't mind that. It's like, wow, it's like every costume she has, it shows in its own capacity. They just love putting it out there. I would like them to do a Blue Girl collab, because I think if they were going to do it at any time, they'd probably do it with English RPGX now, actually. Ah. Honestly, Star, I actually don't like that they made her go the short version of her yukata, because that's not a toggleable aspect. Yeah, sure, it would be nice if we could, you know, say yes or no to it, but they just take that off of her as soon as the mission starts. It's like, why? Like, you don't even have a choice in the matter of whether or not, oh hey, do you want the short leg or the long leg? No, thank you. You get the choice of, you just get it like, hey, it's happening right now, whether you liked it or not. It's just such a weird decision, though. It's like, it's like, it seems like one of those aspects where, like, if you went into the game's code itself and you would find out that it's constantly turned on, that aspect is, and the button to enable it or disable it is hidden to the player in the first place. Knowing Gremory, that seems like right up their alley too. Everybody get a good look at Astaroth. Because on November 7th, we're not going to be seeing this version again. Okay, Astaroth. That's right, you charge up your armor, baby. Come on. Excellent. This one is all of those. Okay.
Momochi Nagi, Mairu.
What? What hit me? Boy, I wish Nagi could have like super armor on most of her attacks. Like these big cast skills, these like her triple green and triple red and like storm dance. I really wish they didn't have such an ass input. And 74, we'll change her clothes one more time. Because now that Nagi has surpassed her father at the base of the tower, she will go and face off at the top, proving to everybody that she's the best. The current face doesn't fit her. Well, because the current face she has right now makes her look really sleepy. Deutsch. Love it. I love you, Micah. You're the best. You're so much fun. Her current face as of now makes her look like Noah. Like she's very content with herself, and honestly, like that's actually fitting for Astaroth. That she's very content with herself in this haughty hot pants. I mean, she's Queen of the Inferno. There's no explosion, no pomp and circumstance. She's just, ouch, that hurt. My body, my soul. All right, we've made it. 75. Now, no horsing around. We gotta plan for this. See, immune to slow. That'd be nice. Machine, human. Where's demons? There it is. Sadly, we can't use that against the supporter. Where is she? Nagi is like the most ninja character out of all of them. Like honestly, like if they covered her up a little more, or like changed her outfit slightly, she'd like be straight out of like Ninja Gaiden or something. Like she'd be like a new character they get to introduce in like the remake game. It's like, oh my god, who is this? It's like, it is I'm not Momochi Nagi. I'm here to help, dude. We're gonna go with this. Speed reduction. My goodness, I can't think of anything for that. Nagi, Emily, Sora, Sakuya. I think Nagi, Emily, Noah, Sora, Sakuya, and Sue are all AT originals. They are all specifically for this game, and they come from this. And for the most part, they're like the ATOCs are pretty solid. Like everybody loves Emily. Like Emily's like a home run hit for sure. Like she's great. People love her. Wonderful design. People like her as a tool and also as a character, and also her design as well. Like that's solid stuff. People appreciate her. Nagi not so much. People barely even know Nagi exists. Pack boost. I almost want to just pick this. Damage reduction. Well, I think everybody wants Emily to be an RPGX because, you know, she's looking hot. She's looking pretty all the time. She deserves to have her own, you know, specific event or character in there, so we could finally get the scenes we've been looking for. I don't think they're gonna do that to her, at least not right now. Can't think of anything for that. I might as well just go for at this point. That or I just build the fence. Do all enemies. Let's do that. It's a defensive situation. I almost forgot. We gotta put on her black darkness armor. Father's Shadow. But we take the helmet off now. Okay. Let's give this a try.
Momochi Nagi.
I'm so glad I was actually able to get the dark color on the armor. I honestly couldn't believe it myself. Actually, no, I don't want... Do I want Storm? No, I will need the healing. Suya Setsuko Haku. What, is she one of those like hollow lives or something? I don't know. Like, is that like an indie or something like that, or is like a specifically like an Indonesia VTuber or whatever? I only keep up with a very few of them, and even then I can barely keep up in the first place. They all do so much. Alright, we have enough particles to ultimate very soon. Oh. It's not enough. No, it's not enough. Boy, I'm glad I built the fence. No, 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 no! Please, 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 please. I'm betting it all on this one attack. Got him. Oh, we got him. That was awful. That was horrible. Literally, if I didn't build the fence, I would have lost. We're doing that again. Oh, I barely survived it. Oh my lord.
Momochi Nagi.
That's why you build the fence on content you know is going to be very hard for your characters. See, I was even hesitant of about taking a storm dance with me. Yeah, for the most part, I survived it. I barely did anyways. I'm like, oh. Gotta pay attention more. I'm not exactly where I want to be on particles, because I need to get rid of all the enemies as soon as this starts. Soccer and friends over there really kicking my ass. Got him. Good, got rid of Rinko. The Wake Up Scorpion. I didn't think it would work, but here we are. Nice. Great. Now that was a better run I could say I liked. Save that. We'll save that picture. I mean, I already have Taimanin and Asagi. I've got all of them actually. I'm just more or less surprised that now it's like, you know, their first foray of going into of putting that into the Steam didn't turn out very well in the first place. But I guess since now that the whole factor of, hey, you just go get the patch to unlock the rest of the content while the base game is what passes, that sort of strategy actually working is like that alone leads to like all the games working now. So I imagine we're finally gonna see maybe one day we'll actually get Monster Girl Quest on there. But that, my friends, was Nagi's tower run. That was a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. But I honestly expected some of this stuff because my Nagi isn't very strong, nor is my Rin either. So I figured she'd have a little bit of trouble. However, as I promised, we're going to show off what Oboro can do herself on floor 75. Because all you need is Vicious Slasher, Hypnosis, and her Taimanin art. Like, she ain't 75. Well, she ain't 81 where she can get all that. If you really want to, you can just go get Wicked Slasher. It's just more damage. However, you have to go all green. You're very environmentally conscious as Oboro. So you've got to go all green. Do all that. It's really, really important that you do so because not doing that means you're going to get hurt a lot. And when you're at 75 like this, you need all the help you can get. And Kasahara Tatsumi for that. And the papayas. We go get her limited weapon because it's the only thing I got for her. Everything else is like I haven't upgraded or did anything with. But she needs to have some boosts because when you're at 75 and doing these sort of things, it ain't gonna work. Demons, demons, and demons. Actually, switch back to Nagi real quick. Pull those off of her. I like the Police Asagi outfit. It's very good. And also Gangster Oboro. I mean, how could I say no? It's like, it's great. Oops. We need... She can't heal. She can't heal, which is like one of the worst things in the world for her, that the fact that she can't heal. It's like, why? I wish there was some sort of lifesteal weapon or like item you could get for characters, because why in God's name can like some characters just not heal? They absolutely need this. Actually, wait, I'm pretty sure she can heal. It's... No, it doesn't. Teleports, speed booster, yeah. But Oboro gets to be pretty crazy. I'll say that pretty much. Now we got Pimp Oboro out here, and she's so much fun. Like, this is the goal with Oboro, is taking control of your enemies and making sure they can't move. I'm burping. Goodness gracious. Yeah, this is the engaging Oboro gameplay. Is sitting around and waiting for your cooldowns to happen. But yeah, that's it. That's how you play Oboro. That's what you do. Is exploit her massive slow and her ranged attack. She's at level 75 and I have zero reason to get her to 81 because she can do this herself. She's this potent all the time. Like if you just had that little bit of patience, she'll like send him over the edge. Let's see. Do the offhand weapons can be anything? Is it just for damage boost? Well, here's the thing. Offhand weapons, you only get their let's go here. They're at 59 now. We're fast. So let's go to someone like Asagi. The main hand is what matters in terms of effects. The main hand gets full effects from your Magatamas and the weapon itself. When you have a passive, it only gets a percentage. It's based on skill level. So at 5-5, a weapon, when you put a weapon in the sub slot and you have it like at skill level, like skill level 1 is 5%, skill level 5 is 15%. So what that means is when you put it in the sub slot, it gets 15% of its stats cumulatively. So that means it will get 15% of your total amount of Magatamas in here. You do not get effects. You do not get any of the effects in here if they're a sub weapon. You get Orin. What matters is what's in your main slots. But now, let's go play us some good old-fashioned cola. Give it a little sussy jingle. But now I'm going to go show off the amazing power of the wonderful thing called Infinite Disarm. Infinite Disarm is going to let you be able to do insane things. Sakura is your greatest enabler for it. However, you want to do it instantly. Like, if you have any other questions there, Star, let me know. I'll try to help wherever I can with it. That was not good. It broke out of the exploit. And I forgot to change Nagi's skills. I don't want... I can keep... No, I can't. I don't want Storm Dance. I want Mirage Strike for the amount of hits it has. I want Centipede so she can stay with the enemy. Oh wow, no wonder Asagi's not doing any damage. I'm like, man, it took a long time. Oh. Oh, she's not even equipped with anything. That's right. Well, that would help. Now let's see. There's a supporter I wanted out of this, because I had it in red. There we go. We're not using Shizuru right now. Well, they made Master Oboro so big because she's a boss character, and your boss has to be big and scary and intimidating in order to get the point across. Go Nagi! Yeah, you beat the shit out of her. Don't stop, girl. Kick her ass. Jesus. Now my question is, why isn't my weapons working? She's using Twinkle Riser, isn't she? It makes me question, it's like, why isn't the disarm working? See, that's the best part about this whole disarm build, is because it makes a very, very dangerous enemy extremely safe to conquer. Like, there's honestly, like, it just makes, like, it makes life so much easier. See, the thing is, this is potent at all levels, so you can like there's already been videos out there of this exploit of like you can take it to floor 100 and beyond. It just makes life that much easier. What is LFG? That like, sounds really familiar. You want me to play Fall Guys or something? I don't want to play Fall Guys. Because if anything, this is an Among Us channel. We're on that side of the spectrum. This is now another sort of event or VR day that Sakura is actually really potent at. Wow. Oh. Go, girls, go! Beat her ass. Man, fucking kick her. Beat the shit out of her. Come on. We can farm faster. 1900? That's almost like we're at 2090. Let's do something really dangerous and stupid, like go to floor 39 and farm. Watch. We'll demonstrate the potency of this system. I should have probably used Psycha for this. Girl, I want you to taunt right now. That's what I'm looking for. Isn't that great? I love trivializing extremely hard content. It feels really, really good. Really? You think that a Master Oboro looks hotter than regular Oboro? Bro, don't let them hear you say that. They can't. The world can't handle the truth. Am I gonna risk it? I knew it. Oh, I knew it. I fucking knew it. I'm really glad that I did that as soon as the mission started. Oh my god. Wow, that would have instantly killed both of them. Come on, come on, come on. And they're gonna die. Awesome, they got this arm. Keep it on, keep it going, girls. Let's keep it going. Oh man, that was close. I mean, they didn't have to give her this massive fatty on her. They didn't have to. They didn't have to do that at all. But yet, here we are. She's got just like, she's juicy. As she lies on the bed, she's spilling out. They call her juicy. My goodness. God damn, that was so close. I mean, I knew I was pushing it, but it's like, oh, fuck. Ah, I don't have any blue supporters that disable. I can't heal Sakura. Because Mass Taimanin did like the one thing I was afraid of she was gonna do, and that was use that goddamn stupid ass double slash as soon as this stinking match starts. Momochi Nagi can heal, so I'll heal Sakura. Well, the thing is, I can't really, since I'm using the disarm strategy, I don't have anything in blue that disarms, at least to my knowledge. So I mean, because I have either this, or I use I use Issei Nodoka, or I use Kasahara Tatsumi. Kasahara Tatsumi takes almost 2 seconds for the disarm to apply, and that's long enough for her to do the double slash and kill all 3 of my teammates. I really can't let that happen. Unless you know of a supporter in blue that can deal disarm. That I want to know. Because I can't think of one that can. Because I thought it was Sakuya at first, but she has a speed reduction. Dude Star, don't say that. Because we're about to go back and she's it's gonna happen. Like, knowing my luck, that shit's gonna happen. This means I need a disarm to happen right now. Alright, Nagi. Fucking shit. Alright. That's exactly what I didn't want to happen. Alright, we're back to 19. That is exactly... that's why you don't bank on that shit. You're just gonna die. No wonder we have other ways. Because the optimal situation for fighting Obora, for fighting Mass Taimanin, is she taunts. Is her to taunt, and I can activate the supporter. See, the thing was, I hesitated, and I thought, do I have enough to go in, to get in close enough and use to strike her so I can save my supporter? Obviously not, because they're fucking dead. Thankfully, we don't have to worry about that too much. That is so painful. Every single time. It's a nice egg on your face situation. It's like, whoops. I fucked up. Guess they're not coming home. Jeez, you asked her off. Actually, no, I don't have a lot of support for that. Boy, that shit sucks. How close are we to finishing it for the day? Not even close. Holy shit. That's why we go to 19, so we can do all that. You usually have to, after a certain point, you need to start packing defensive materials so you don't get that to happen to you. However, it's just gonna do it sometimes. Shit happens. And it sucks. What the fuck was Sakura carrying? Alright. Let's get... Ow. Well, we can do that now. No, we keep that for Felicia, because Felicia actually needs it. What do I have? Demons, demons, demons. Yeah, because she doesn't take damage worth a shit and when I have those on. Oh, that was so painful. My whole setup got fucked up. And put Felicia on Felicia. New Year's big baddie with a fatty. This is always like the worst part of when you lose characters in VR, is having to move things around. It's really, really shitty. Damage boost to all. It's more or less trying to find them too. Human Buster. Well, Sagi has those and she's not being much of that on right now. I'll need to build some human damage human resistance Magatamas. Dude, if it was bound to the characters, I don't think anybody would play this. Since we're on a lower floor, we don't have to account for that so much. She'll survive, but she won't survive very long. There we go, Shizuru. Alright, there we go. We got debuff for Shizuru. We got everybody now. We got the gangs all here. Humans. Boy, I wish there was a way to specifically... I wish there was a way to like specifically put things in like for Magatamas in one location. Like I have a box for my demons, I have a box for my humans, I got all that sort of stuff. Because all the Magatamas look the same. It's kind of annoying. That is sitting with me. Dude, I'm fucking pissed. Because the thing is, like, I let that happen. That is like it was 100% my fault too. Like, God, oh, that's like the worst feeling in the world. Like, you just know you fucked up. Oh, did I see it? My goodness, I saw it. I loved it. In fact, I gotta go back and leave a like on the video because actually I liked what I saw this time. You know what? We'll watch it. We'll watch it again. We'll watch it here actually. We'll finish up our farming for the day, and then we'll go watch that. because today was our goal was to show off Nagi's physical potential, and and at the same time show off how good she is in VR. Then I have Nagi die because I got lazy, and she gets totally annihilated. But in the meantime, did you guys try the RPGX? Did you guys try it on the Jorin site? Did you try that out? Because I know the Steam client up isn't yet, but how's English RPGX doing? I've yet to try it myself because I've been messing around with this, and also I've been reading Umineko. But I'm sure you've heard blabberpuss about Bella D's account getting suspended. Well, I mean, the launch is probably going to be pretty buggy in the first place. I couldn't doubt that in the world. Most gacha games usually have a really rocky start because everybody wants to play the game. The servers can't handle it, and for like usually the first week, it's really shitty just to get on and play. Like, not even a gacha game. Payday 2 has that problem for sure. They have really shitty servers. So it's just like an awful situation all the way around for that game. The bot team for Master Boro. He has a Sue Halloween support. The Sue Halloween support strategy is to make your debuffs last longer for harder. So you want something that deals a lot of debuffs really quickly and also a lot of really highly potent ones. So we'll show that off, actually. Both of these characters are actually pretty nice to use them for. I'll take that off of Nagi, because I ran out of heals. Really? So you're watching the RPGX stream and everything. Like, did it actually have like the sexual content in there as well? Like, was it actually playing on there too? Because that's wouldn't surprise me one bit. Like, if he got caught for like having that on there, I understand where YouTube is on that sort of thing, but it really sucks. It's like, not to mention he's also had a long streak of videos getting demonetized just for like no apparent reason. I guess they were just, was that YouTube's way of warning? It's a pretty dumb way to warn people, but that's what they fucking did. Okay, well, here's the thing, Star. You're not supposed, the strategy is you use two characters with one of the, you use two characters, you have two support, you have two of the Little Witch Sue supporters, and you put them in the main slot. Like right now, I have it on Shizuru, and I have it on Felicia. You want them on characters who have really, really fast attacks and hit a lot. If they can't do that, then they're not going to be having a good time with it. Because you want them to hit fast and often to refresh the buffs. These, like, your AI characters are going to be the buff refreshers. You, the main character, are going to be the debuff applier. So you use, like, Murasaki or Emily or Saika. Yeah, you use those characters because they have like, well, Emily because she can sit in the back and do stuff and keep the damage constant. But Murasaki and Saika both have disarm, so you apply the disarm, and Murasaki has her 100% slow, so you apply those, and they just go nuts. The debuffs will effectively just stay there. I mean, it's good that he has it at 1.5, but here's the thing: like, I got 6 copies of the supporter. I put them at 2, 3, 5 supporters because you want them on 2 characters. So I split it down the middle. So here, watch this in action. See, there we go. We just leave it alone. And like all these like really low speed debuffs are getting constantly staying applied too. They only run out when like they start to run out or the chance didn't roll. Like I literally stopped playing because I knew the boss couldn't touch me because we had it in total lockdown. That's how potent this strategy is. Even on something like floor 19 where trouble still is around, you can fuck around and do that. You'll even go to somewhere like 29, where things are still just as dangerous. But that's how the strategy works. There we go, even skills and cooldowns on hurt. And see, there we go. They're constantly attacking Oboro. They're constantly attacking Mass Taimanin over here. They're using their basic attack strings, and as long as they keep doing that, they're gonna keep the heat on, and they're always gonna keep doing all those to keep the debuffs going. Since Felicia has double strike, she can just keep constantly applying it. Along with multiple methods of slow. See, like right there, she's 0 threat when you have all these debuffs on her, and she can take a severe amount of damage because of it. It was slow, but not a single person managed to get hurt. It makes it a very safe strategy. You don't even need to use... Well, Shizuru is actually really good for VR in general because she has all that healing and she has all the debuffs she brings to the table. But with that, I'm going to go find the video on their channel. Where is their video? Their channel. There it is. Okay, there we go. I found her. All right. Now let's go watch it one more time, everybody. Let's see this in action. Her mouth is so small. I forgot that was in the picture. That's right. You can pay $45. There she is. That's it. Oh, hold on. Let's go back to that. The serpent impersonates the sun. That goes hard as fuck, don't it? It makes supernova and satellite flare do less damage, which is really weird. This is probably one of those like, oh, this is at max 2, so it starts off at 30% damage hit, ends at 15. Damn. %4 of total HP every 15 seconds, and increased damage by 20%. Riveting Astaroth gameplay. Stand 20 miles away from all your enemies so they can't hurt you. Oh wow, they improved the effect for Hellblades. I didn't notice that. That's my favorite outfit for her. Is the fall yukata. It's so good. Lovely stuff. She's looking beautiful. Where's the game? Let's have a look at her right now. This is like also the only ever costume I use for Astaroth. Is her Queen's Playmate one, because it's Noah's outfit and looks so good on her. The Autumn Queen's my favorite. I love it so much. Such a really great look for her. You don't need to spend $45. It's not worth it, dude. Just wait. I like all her outfits. I like her massively fat tits too. I think that's what everybody's like, yeah. Oh, what do you like about Astaroth? Oh, she's got riveting gameplay. She's got the Ojo-sama and the One-san vibes. Oh, yeah. Not to mention, her tits are the size of her fucking head. All her outfits are great. Everything about this Jessica Rabbit lookalike is legitimately great. It's like, what a great character. She did not let you down. She doesn't let anybody down, in fact. She is, like, worth the wait every single time. It's like one of the few characters I have every single outfit for, because it's like it's worth it. But other than that, though, we have accomplished what we wanted to do today. We cleared the tower, we farmed up the stuff, and I showed off the little Halloween Sue exploit to the best of my ability. But, you know, shit happens sometimes. You get kind of fucked up when you get lazy, you know? Don't get complacent, everybody. That's how you lose in VR. But either way, thank you, everybody, for coming on by once again. That was a really good tower run, and that was a lot of fun, too. We had to talk about all kinds of fun stuff, and thank you all for stopping by. And as always, I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye, everybody.